just want to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children. I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
In the world of fame, love stories are rarely simple. And when your name is Justin Bieber, Hailey Bieber, or Selena Gomez, love doesn't just become a personal journey, it becomes a global spectacle. A triangle of passion, heartbreak, betrayal, and healing that has captivated millions across the globe for over a decade. But now, the whispers are louder than ever. A new era has begun. One where the past can no longer be ignored, where broken hearts collide with forgiveness, and where the question of family takes center stage. This isn't just about a pop star, his wife, and his ex. This is about closure, about scars that never fully healed, about two women who were once pitted against each other, and a man caught between the weight of history and the burden of expectations. Welcome to the shocking, emotional, and dramatic evolution of Justin, Hailey, and Selena, from drama to family. Let's rewind. To understand this new era, we must go back to the very beginning, to the moment the world fell in love with a boy named Justin Bieber. He wasn't just a singer, he was a teenage sensation, the voice of a generation. And alongside him, through the early years, was Selena Gomez. Their romance wasn't just young love, it was an empire. Jelena wasn't a couple, it was a phenomenon. Fans saw them as soulmates, destined for each other. But behind the scenes, cracks were forming. Arguments, breakups, makeups, betrayals, rumors of other women. And in the midst of it all, a young Justin who couldn't escape the spotlight, and a young Selena who couldn't escape the pain. She would later admit that their relationship was both beautiful and toxic, that she had given her all, and had almost lost herself in the process. Their love was real, but so was the heartbreak. Enter Hailey Bieber, a figure who, for years, lingered quietly in the background. A friend, a fan, an acquaintance. Someone who watched the drama unfold, who knew Justin's world from the sidelines. But eventually, the sidelines became the main stage. When Justin's on-again, off-again romance with Selena finally reached its breaking point, Hailey was there, calm, collected, offering stability where chaos once reigned. But to the world, it wasn't that simple. The whispers began. Did Hailey steal Justin away? Was this love? Or was this revenge? The drama exploded. Social media turned into a battlefield. Team Selena, Team Hailey. Millions of fans throwing daggers, dissecting every post, every lyric, every tear. And in the middle, Justin, torn between his past and his present, struggling to balance loyalty with love. And then, the wedding. Justin and Hailey Bieber, husband and wife. A moment that should have been about joy and fresh beginnings instead reopened old wounds. For Selena fans, it was too soon, too sudden, too raw. How could he move on so quickly? How could he replace years of history with a new love story in the blink of an eye? Hailey, despite the vows, despite the ring, was painted as the villain, accused of chasing fame, accused of copying Selena, accused of living in her shadow. And no matter what she said, no matter how hard she tried, the world seemed determined to hate her. She wasn't just fighting for her marriage, she was fighting for her identity. But what about Justin? For years, we saw him struggle. Emotional breakdowns, public outbursts, songs filled with longing and regret. A man haunted by ghosts of his past, while trying to embrace the woman who stood by his side in the present. He admitted it himself. He wasn't always the best partner. He brought baggage into his marriage. He carried pain he hadn't healed from. He loved Hailey, but part of him still felt tied to Selena. And Selena? She walked her own journey of survival. Health battles, mental health struggles, standing in front of the world, scarred but unbroken. She poured her soul into music, into documentaries, into speeches that revealed the truth. She had been broken down, but she rebuilt herself. Stronger, fiercer, more independent than ever. Yet, even as she moved forward, her name was forever linked to Justin. Every new relationship she pursued, every new song she released, it was always met with one question. But what about Justin? And here we are now. A new era. What does that mean? For the first time, Justin and Hailey appear to be standing stronger as a unit, publicly united, privately working through years of shadows. They've acknowledged the drama, they've admitted the pain, and slowly, painfully, they are carving out an identity that is not defined by Selena, but by their own choices. But here's the twist. Selena herself seems to have found peace. She has spoken openly about forgiveness, about no longer carrying resentment. She's hinted that she doesn't want to live in the past, that the wounds are finally closing. And in this strange, almost surreal way, it feels like all three are part of the same healing journey. Imagine this. 3 lives, once tangled in jealousy, betrayal, and heartbreak, now standing at the edge of transformation. Justin, no longer the boy torn between 2 worlds, but the man ready to build a family. Hailey, no longer the shadow of Selena, but a woman embracing her role as wife, maybe one day as a mother. And Selena, no longer defined by a broken love story, but a survivor who turned heartbreak into strength, a woman who no longer sees Justin as the one that got away, but as a chapter that has finally closed. But the journey wasn't easy. The scars remain. The social media wars, the accusations, the tears, those cannot be erased. Even now, there are fans who refuse to forgive, who still pit Selena and Hailey against each other as if love were a competition. But maybe, just maybe, the truth is more powerful than the narrative. Maybe this new era is about showing the world that love doesn't always have to end in destruction, that sometimes the drama can transform into family. Picture this: Justin and Hailey raising a child, creating the family he always longed for but never truly had. Selena, watching from a distance, not with bitterness, but with quiet acceptance. A strange, bittersweet peace. One that reminds us all that sometimes the greatest love story isn't about staying together. It's about letting go, about choosing happiness, even if it's not with the person you once believed was your forever. And that is the heartbreak and the hope, the drama and the redemption. The story of Justin, Hailey, and Selena, a triangle that has finally found its end. Or has it? Because here's the truth. Love never really dies. It transforms. It lingers. It haunts. And while the world may say, from drama to family, deep down, we'll always wonder, in the quiet of the night, in the silence between songs, does Justin still think of Selena? Does Hailey still fear the shadow of the past? Does Selena still dream of what could have been? We may never know, but one thing is certain. This isn't just a new era. It's the most vulnerable, emotional chapter yet. And so, the story continues.